have these two polar opposites in education. Those who are on the side of innovation say, hey, we need to innovate and create change. And then we have on the other side those who say, you know what, we need to keep the status quo and keep doing things the way that they have always been done. You know, and look, I'm not here to tell you all what to think or how to think, but I will tell you what I think. And that is that I believe that more than ever before, right, what we need most in education right now is people who are willing to innovate, people who are willing to create change. Because, you know, we all have gone through the pandemic. We knew that we had problems in education before the pandemic. You know, but the pandemic certainly, if you didn't know, well, now you know. All right, and no, hey, and no pun intended, because that's what Biggie says in the song. If you don't know, now you know. You know, and folks know now. But right after that point, it was like, all right, this is the time where we need to start innovating. And we did make some tweaks, right? We began to innovate around school schedules. All right, it was necessary innovation. We innovated around school schedules. We became creative with that. We also innovated around things like, let's say, we innovated around coursework a little bit around coursework, but I mean, it wasn't much. It wasn't much, at least, that was able to create sustained change and really make an impact. We saw innovation in the sense that, which was really good, folks who didn't have access to technology and Wi-Fi were given those resources, right? But again, it didn't get to the root of the problem, right? If anything, we need to begin to ask questions. Well, why is it that these schools were prepared and these schools weren't, right? Then we would start saying, okay, all right, we're going to go ahead and do a quick fix now, but no, what we need to do is address the real issue. And so the pandemic showed us that we had cracks in our foundation in education, and so we needed to start finding ways to create change. We also need to innovate in regards to STEM. We all here, STEM educators. We also need to innovate in regards to STEM, because what we know in terms of STEM is that we still, based on what tradition has gotten us, a STEM workforce is growing, the fastest growing workforce there is. Yet, there are thousands of unfilled jobs. And also, in addition to that, we have a ton of lack of representation across women and people of color. And so here we go, we got this here problem in STEM education. This is something we need to address. But then that's just one way in which we need to begin thinking in different ways, because the old way wasn't working. So like Pac said, it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. But we don't wanna just survive. As Bettina Love says, we want to thrive in education. We want to thrive in life. And so how are we going to innovate to create and give students opportunities to really do that and to access STEM? The other thing why we need to innovate in STEM is because, well, let's talk from the perspective of those who are in it. Those who are in STEM research talks about how they even mention about how they don't even feel welcome in these spaces, that they experience microaggressions, and that these microaggressions that they experience cause them to step away. Cause them to have to question themselves, question their intelligence. They are brilliant. They made it to college, they are brilliant. They made it to this career, they're brilliant. But yet still questioning, you know, where do I fit in here? We have to make some change. And these questions didn't just start, you know, college and career. Is happening right now in the classroom. I have so many kids come into my classes already as I'm a middle school science teacher, 7th grade, and they come in and say, I don't do science, I don't do math, I can't do that. Well, where did that mentality start to come in at? I remember kids being so young that they just dream and talk spontaneously about all the things that they want to go on and be in life. And then now, all of a sudden, there's this cap of what I can and can't do. We got to rewrite those narratives.